Fox Business Alert, just as the winter chill sets in, the housing market appears to be heating up, and here's why. According to Bankrate, today, the current rate on an average 30-year fixed mortgage has dropped to 6.25%. A year ago, that rate was at 6.84%. With the cost of borrowing to buy a home cooling, the Christmas rush is on. U.S. mortgage applications jumped 7.6% last week to their highest level since early 2023, with the index level hitting 181.6. Should buyers jump on the pre-Christmas borrowing bargain or wait for an even better deal? Joining me now live in studio, Serhant founder and CEO Ryan Serhant, the star of Netflix's Owning Manhattan and the star of much of the luxury real estate world. So listen, trying to catch the low of a mortgage rate for a season, it's like trying to catch a bullet that's going by you.
Can't do it. It's the power of the refinance.
Okay,
you can
so
always refinance.
What do you make of 6.25%?
I think 6.25% is definitely better than 6.8, which is definitely better than 7.5, which is definitely better than 8%. I think affordability is definitely a crisis, but if you're paying a lot in rent and you're looking to build equity and you want to buy, now's as good a time as any. Maybe the Fed lowers rates on December 10th. Maybe they don't. I think we're like 50-50 with where inflation is, but you can always refinance. You might not always find another home that you're going to love for years and years and years to come.
Okay, but I'm trying to get the answer to what I know a lot of our viewers are asking. Is it going to go lower? And I ask this because the Federal Reserve meets next week. They are expected to cut 0.25%. And often the 10-year tracks what the Fed is doing. So if the Fed cuts, wouldn't the 10-year start to fall? Or the 30-year, rather, mortgage rates sometimes fall in step?
No, not necessarily. And I think if you're waiting for rates to come down, I think you're probably not a real purchaser. Right? If you're waiting for rates to come down to where we were over the past couple of years, then I think you probably should stay renting. New normal is not low rates. I think people are confused that we're entering a new normal where we're going to have lower rates. It's not going to happen. So that's why you're seeing, obviously, with high rates, putting a lot more cash into the system. In New York City alone, 60% of all of our deals are done in cash across all price points. And most people have been priced out of owning a home. But those who are buying are paying cash. And if they're getting loans, they're structuring in different ways than ever before. I was just talking to a client now who never would do an ARM, so an adjustable rate mortgage, right? Who now is doing an ARM because they can get it at just over 5%, and they're not going to be in the house for longer than probably 5 years anyway, and it's just what makes sense for that monthly budget.
What are sellers doing? We decided to just take a look and compare. We picked New York, but also Chicago, get something in the Midwest as well. And if you look at a listing we found in Chicago, it was a 3-bed, 2-bath, about 2.2 thousand square feet, right on Lakeshore Drive. Listing price was $828,000. The sale price was below that at $815,000. 35 days on the market.
Good deal.
Okay, so that's a good deal, right? It came down. Let's flip it over to New York. Something sort of similar. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, under 2,000 square feet. Listing price was just under $1 million, and it went for lower than that, $1.925 million. On the market even longer, 127 days. Are you starting to see a lot of listings cut in price?
I read something earlier that said this isn't a buyer's market or a seller's market. It's nobody's market because no one knows what to do, which is why you want to make sure you're fully educated as you enter into the marketplace. There are deals to be had in certain sectors, but in the luxury sector, like in New York, for example, you're talking about it now, we've had 4 weeks now of more contracts signed over $4 million in a row than we've had in a long, long time. I just closed like 2 minutes ago a penthouse at Williamsburg Wharf in Brooklyn for $2,700 a foot, over $7 million. It's a Naftali project selling like wildfire. We just had a closing for just over $20 million on a project on 57th Street this morning. So in the luxury sector, discounts are few and far between, but everywhere else, you can get a good deal.
Well, so Redfin says that roughly 85,000 U.S. sellers delisted their homes from the market in September. That would be a 28% jump from last year, highest level in 8 years. Again, that was September. So do you think they're going to figure out, oh my gosh, wait a minute, now rates are falling, I better put it back on?
It depends on the marketplace. It depends on where the seller is going. A lot of sellers price opportunistically in the spring. That's why they say spring sellers, fall buyers. So they price because they're excited, because Bob got this or Sally got this price, so they go on the market. And when it doesn't sell because they price too high, then they pull it off the market, because if they can't afford where they're going because rates are high for them as well, or rents are high for them, then it doesn't make sense to sell. The locked-in effect from COVID, low rates, is going to last another 5 to 7 years.
Don't tell us that. Poor Gen XYZ. They're trying to buy homes, but just before we go, because you're launching your new season, season 2
Yes.
of Owning Manhattan.
Yeah.
We had you many times recently, but about 2 years ago when you were first launching,
Yes.
the first one,
Yeah.
you showed us a penthouse here in New York City on 57th Street
Yeah.
that was listed total luxury, $250 million.
Yes.
Whatever happened with that? We heard it went in and out of contract, a lot of busted opportunities, like 3 or 4 times, and then what?
It's currently off the market. There has been a lot of activity, but still waiting for that right purchaser.
How can somebody carry that?
How can they carry it? There's like 19 yachts in Miami right now that are all worth individually more than that penthouse, all with a staff of 20. There are more billionaires on the planet right now than we know what to do with. More cash has been created in the system, and so they carry it. They carry it, and they'll also finance it. We showed it to a lot of people who could pay cash, but they look at doing technical refis and they finance it. It's interesting. We have deals like that on this season, which comes out on Netflix on Friday.
Well, we'll be watching. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thanks, Liz.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.